Good morning. Good morning. Good to see everyone again this morning. Of course, I can't actually see you, but another beautiful day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome back. I'm your host, Leonard Robinson, here to show you how to do animation in real time on your own projects. I am working on a little short film here, and I'm doing this in real time for the purpose of giving someone or whoever may be interested in this type of thing a person that's doing something in real time. I think working in real time is a pretty good way to show you how to do something because, it's like you have a teacher in your room there for a minute. And this way you get to see me doing it step by step, and I can talk about what I'm doing so that it is hopefully a help to you if you happen to be doing your own animated film. I am working in a program called Rough Animator. As you can probably see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see it says Rough Animator. It might be very tiny, but that's what it says. And Rough Animator is a program that you can purchase for $10 if you are using your desktop and your Wacom to work on. So it is a very good program in that it is inexpensive and actually pretty user friendly. I would consider myself not to be a big tech person, so things that are user friendly are easier for me to use. And I would expect that most people who start out probably are not too different from me, and though I'm sure a lot of you are pretty tech savvy. I have used more complicated programs, but I'm just letting you know that this one is pretty user friendly. A Rough Animator will allow you to do animation, timing, compositing, color, obviously, and it's a pretty cool program. When I put my scenes together, I use editing software, and when I do that, I will actually do that on this channel as well, so you get to see me edit scenes together. Um, I basically have been using so far three different programs. This one, Rough Animator. And incidentally, if you have an iPad, Rough Animator I think initially was made for iPads and still is. So if you are working on an iPad, Rough Animator is $5. So you can purchase it for $5 with your iPad. One of the advantages of the iPad is that I believe the iPad version saves automatically, whereas the desktop version doesn't. You have to actually purposefully save, which can be an advantage if you're working on an iPad. You're less likely to lose anything on your iPad than you would on a desktop. The desktop, you do need to save. It does not have an auto save, and I don't think it's built with an auto save in the program for the desktop version. Um, the other two programs that I've been using that I've been showing on this channel is Storyboard Pro, which is Toon Boom software, some of the most excellent software that can be bought for animation. Very expensive software, but I have used it on this program and on this show. And also, the other program I use is Movavi Video Editor, which is an editing software that I use to put the scenes together. So, all right, off we go. So we got a few more drawings to color here. I'm going to bring the size of this back to the larger size. So it's going to be easier for me to see it in color. So I go to the brush and I get the solid color. My brush is at 6 pixels and it's black. So here we go. On making lines, try to, if possible, make a single stroke with your line tool. With your paintbrush. Reason being is that if you can make a single stroke, it tends to look better. It tends to look better. Now, it's not always easy to make a single stroke, but if you practice practice this enough, you start to get good at it. One of the ways to get to a place where you can make single stroke lines is get yourself a blank sheet of paper, get a pencil, and just start making lines, and make certain lines and repeat them. Make several lines the same way. Um, and do that and fill a page with lines. Because what that does is that educates your hand to make a straight line and to make it without stopping. So now with the scene, I have to flip back and forth sometimes to get what is the color of a line that I'm doing. Now right now I'm going to do this line because I can see that I've got to work behind a line here. So I'm putting that arm ahead, and since it's in the front, you see, I want to make sure that I have a line that I can work underneath. Now, let's see, her pacifier. Okay, I have to make sure I have the right color for that because the line's going to have to work underneath that as well. See, if you know how you have some lines that are going to be on the top and some lines that are going to be on the bottom, then the lines that you're going to be on the top, obviously you want to do those first because then you're going to have a line that will work underneath it. So like here, I've got the pacifier, but see this color here is for her skin, you see, but the line is going to butt right up against that color. The same thing here with the hand. See, the hand is going to be on the top. Technically, I probably should have drawn that hand first. I didn't, but but the reason being is then that hand then would be on the top and the line can work underneath it. See, like for instance here with the all of the line here on the jumper is going to be on the top. So if there's anything that was working underneath it, if I do those lines that are on the top first, then I know I don't have to worry because I know that if I do need to put a line underneath, I've put the proper line on the top, you see. Alright, now here, with the block, I pick the right color, and then I go down here and pick the line tool, you see, right there. Because the line tool is going, the block is, most of the lines on the block are underneath, like the hand and all that stuff, you see. So I'm working right up against lines that are going to be above it. Here I go back to the wavy line so I can finish off the letter. There we go. Okay, now we can do our colors. So paint bucket, and we grab color. And we use the paint brush to go into little areas where the color doesn't flow into it properly. Let's see. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Looks like the only color that's not quite bleeding was the light blue right in here. Okay. Okay, the block. So we've got green, we've got yellow, and red. Okay, there we go. Little Nora, she's so cute. All right, on to the next one. So back to that. We're going to find the. There we go. The longer strokes. That's really where you're trying to keep the line as consistent as you can. Yeah. You do your best to keep the line consistent. Do your best. That's all you can do. I mean, if your hand kind of wiggles a little bit, it's okay. Because once again, chances are you really aren't going to see it anyway. Let's see. So I always flip back to the drawing before to just make sure that I got the color in the right place, the right color for whatever it is I'm drawing a line around. It is harder to keep your line consistent when you're doing a curvy line. That's always a lot harder. But, practice makes perfect. I guarantee you, if you spend time, um, you know, working on your lines, trying to get your line to work to be clear and clean, you'll get it. But it's going to take some doing. It's not going to just happen automatically, you know. And so you make a mistake. So what? You just undo it, do it again. That's all you can do. You can't. We're not computers. We are humans. So you make a mistake, you fix it. Go. Okay. There's the face color. There. The hand. Now see here, these are going, they should be on the top, so realistically I probably should have changed the color to be on the top. I didn't. But once again, this is going to go by so fast that you're not really going to see it. So, it's one of those decisions that, do you want to, you know, change it for that one frame, or do you just want to let it go? In this particular case, I'm letting it go because I don't think it's that important. Okay, so let's see the hair. All right. Skin. Shirt. Pacifier. Jumper. There we go. Okay. The block. Let's see here. It's going to be red on the top. Okay. Oh, Just a little tiny spot there. Well, you know what? I think I'll use the brush for that. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. Is that right? No, it wouldn't be that color. It would be this other color, this color. There we go. So, yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got a couple more. Alright, let's see. We'll hit save. Yeah, it's a good idea to hit save. Don't want to lose everything. Alright, so back to the line work. There we go. Little Nora falling off camera. God bless her. There we go. Okay. All right. There we go. It's my daughter in the background if you hear all that talking there. My little Nina. She's our little special needs. Little sweetie. Declaring her life. Well, praise God. Thank you, Lord, for children. All right, so there we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. Oh, yeah, we get the pacifier. That's going to be this color. Right. And let's see. Face. That color. So we need, let's see, I guess that's going to be the jumper right there. Yes, yeah. Okay. Okay, so color. So black on the hair. There we go. Skin color. There we go. Shirt. Okay. Jumper. Okay. Use the brush to fill in the little cracks where color isn't quite coloring going through. Let's flip back and forth, make sure. Yeah. Okay, good. All right. Well, we got one more, and we'll be done. Wow, okay, almost done. All right, so let's save. Hit the save button, save! All right. So, yeah, so what we have here is Nora's taking her little block off camera, but it's also causing her to fall over. So I think what's going to happen is on the next scene, I'm going to have Lenny catch her. Let's see here. So, all right. Yeah. So that. But we won't be doing that today. Let's see. So the arm is going to go off there. That. We go. So you can see why you want to practice getting a kind of a swooping line, because see, then it just looks smoother, and it also works with the action too. Because as your line is smoothly moving along, it sort of works with your action. Okay, paint bucket. So we got the hair. Let's see. There we go. And then excuse me. Okay, skin. Okay, and the jumper. Let's see, we're not missing anything. Let's see, we would have. Well, I guess that would be okay. I was thinking it'd be a little bit of her arm. Well, let's see. Let's first of all let's save that. Okay, let me see here. So let me drop this down where you can see the whole image. Okay. So if it plays, it probably will be okay this way. Let's see. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So cute. All right. Okay. Well, I think we'll stop here. We're at 20 minutes. Yeah, we are at 20 minutes. So let me stop. All right then. So, all right. So tomorrow we'll start on a new scene that'll come after this. Anyway, all right, folks. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to thank God for your talents and gifts each day. Give God glory, and you know, let God be a part of your day, be a part of your life. You know, the Word says to acknowledge Him, and then He will direct our paths. That's one of the things that I learned today. I mean, I knew it, but I realized that it was an important thing to do. And God will guide you. And you can't have better guidance than that now, can you? I don't think so. All right, good people. I will see you tomorrow. Um, and don't forget, Jesus is Lord.